This changes everything for the New England Patriots, as we have one final injury report ahead of the New England Patriots Week 1 matchup versus the Las Vegas Raiders, and there are a couple of alarming things. We'll get you the latest news right here on Patriots Digest. Welcome in, everybody. I'm Jace Andrews. I appreciate you tuning in to the show. Lots to talk about on this Friday edition with a couple of injury updates in the last injury report. Christian Gonzalez is a main concern on this, but we did have a new member jump on the injury report yesterday. Want to mention it here on today's show, talk about what he'll be doing in practice today. Before that, though, we are closing in on 1,000 subscribers, just 120 away. I know we are so close. We're trying to hit that 1,000 subscriber mark by the start of the season on Sunday at 1 p.m. Eastern. So if you are new, go down there, hit that subscribe button. I know Patriots Nation has my back. Just need 120 more. Go down there and hit that subscribe button. Let's talk about this Week 1 matchup for the New England Patriots and the Las Vegas Raiders, because the Raiders pose an interesting threat. You have a new coach in Pete Carroll, a defense that you expect to be good, and an offense with a bunch of question marks, I would call it. Ashton Jeanty is sure to be an explosive character on the offense, although he is just a rookie out of Boise State. You have a new quarterback in Geno Smith, and returning Patriots wide receiver Jakobi Meyers still playing in Las Vegas, although he requested a trade. It's going to be fun to see the offensive side of the ball for the Raiders. The defense, we know what we're going to expect. It's going to be good. We'll see how Josh McDaniels and Drake Maye kind of work against it, but I do want to look more at the offensive side of the ball for the Raiders, just specifically because Christian Gonzalez is a guy we're going to talk about on the show who most likely will not play on Sunday in Week 1. He has not practiced since July 28th. He continues to not practice, and that injury is seeming like it's going to keep him sidelined all the way through Week 1. Here's one of our final injury reports. It's that hamstring injury that Gonzalez suffered, back early July or mid-July. Still haven't seen him since. Did not play in practice on Wednesday, did not play in practice on Thursday, and it seems like he will not play on practice in Friday. Christian Barmore. It's not an injury-related thing. I mean, more of a load management. He was limited in practice yesterday. Seems like he'll be a full participant today. In terms of what's going on with him, if you don't remember last season, he had blood clots, wasn't able to play until week 11, played a couple weeks, and then immediately had reoccurring symptoms, and so had to go back on the IR and didn't see him for the rest of the season. So more of just trying to make sure we keep him healthy, keep him loose, because he really hadn't played too much NFL action over the past 365 days. So want to make sure he is safe, which hopefully he is. Seems like he should be able to play, though, on Sunday. Here's the big one that is a little bit new, something I don't like. Will Campbell, offensive tackle, his ankle popping up. The 4th-round pick from LSU for the Patriots, supposed to be a very good protector of Drake Maye this year, and he's got a very tough challenge in Week 1 with a very talented defensive line for the Las Vegas Raiders. We'll talk about him more. Charles Woods, a guy who we signed most recently after 53-man roster cutdowns. He's got a groin injury, was limited in practice on Wednesday, but was a full participant in Thursday. A little more important, knowing that Christian Gonzalez won't play, especially in the quarterback room. And then lastly, Chisum has an injury label of a knee injury, however, was a full participant in practice on Wednesday, Thursday, and seems to be that way today as well, Friday. First off, though, a couple of big things. We got to talk about Christian Gonzalez because he is the most important one by far. I mentioned not playing on Friday. Mark Daniels had the report. Great follow on Patriots Twitter. If you're out there, go get him a follow. Christian Gonzalez is the only player missing from Patriots practice. I'd be shocked if he plays. He hasn't practiced since July 28th. So it seems like at this point we're not going to see Christian Gonzalez, which it stinks. It is what it is. I'd rather him be healthy. I'd rather not rush him back. In terms of the receiving core for the Raiders, I'm a little less concerned than maybe other teams I would be, especially when you think about the signings that we had this offseason, so I'm not going to be too upset about that. Do want to talk about Will Campbell. He's a big piece. This is from Mike Debate of Patriots SI saying, quote, Campbell's listing may understandably raise some eyebrows. Throughout training camp, the 4th overall pick in the 2025 NFL Draft has had his share of ups and downs. At times, Campbell has looked quite proficient, especially in run blocking during team drills. However, he has also seen his share of difficulty when attempting to resist edge pressure. And when you talk about resisting edge pressure, there's a big guy you're going to have to go up against in Maxx Crosby, who last year appeared in just 12 games, had 7.5 sacks, 14.5 the year prior, 12.5 back in 2022. This is a very tough guy to block, one of the better edge rushers in the National Football League, one of the better rushers in the National Football League. Forget edge rusher. I mean, he is going to be somebody, it is going to be tough to stop, and the Patriots and their fourth-round rookie, they're say, hey, we're throwing you in the fire. We're throwing you in the fire. Can't think of the name, but the Raiders also have another guy on the other side of the edge that's also going to be a tough time to block. So either way you slice it, Campbell's going to have a very tough ride in this first game of his NFL career. Hopefully it goes well for him. We all know the whole small hands thing, and he's looked great, in my opinion, in preseason and training camp. There's been some concerns here and there, but Will Campbell's a dog. If you heard his draft interview, I think he's going to go out there and he's going to be just fine come game time. We're going to go to Mike Gonzalez, or Christian Gonzalez again. Mike debated Patriots SI, saying, quote, Gonzalez's listing as a non-participant all but assures an inactive status being assigned to him against Las Vegas. Despite his efforts to return to the field as quickly as possible, the second-team All-Pro remains sidelined, end quote. Which stinks. He is your best cornerback on the field, even with the signings, but it just kind of stinks that you're not going to be able to see him in week one. The Oregon product really got him in a steal in the draft a couple years ago. I think he was picked like 17 or whatever when he should have been like pick 12 or even pick 10. But either way, you get him, and it's going to be a very good season for him. And for that reason, you cannot risk injury here in week one. The worry that I have and the concern that I'm seeing that could really kind of change the outlook of the Patriots season is it's not like he has been like limited or something. He has not had a practice since July 28th. So like, what's his status going to be for next week? Is going to be able to play in the coming weeks? Like, that's a huge part of this that I'm a little concerned about. We'll have to obviously wait and see. We can't really tell right now, but we'll get to that as we go. Kind of looking about the kind of updates on this. Mike debate, kind of talking about the cornerbacks who would take over. Albeit unconfirmed, his absence would allow the Pats to start Carlton Davis III and Alex Austin alongside the boundaries, with second-year corner DJ James playing a reserve role on the perimeter, end quote, which I'm really excited about Carlton Davis III. I was really happy when we got him to sign. I think him and Christian Gonzalez would be a very good 1-2 combo in the cornerback room. Unfortunately, you're not going to see Christian Gonzalez in game one, but it's good to see Carlton Davis kind of get a good look at a guy we spent some money on. I mean, it's a very good part. Also want to mention Eftham Chisum Jr. here. Mike Debate of Patriots SI kind of talking about Eftham saying, quote, after spending the better part of the summer as the feel-good story of training camp and preseason, Chisum is expected to make his regular season Patriots debut against the Raiders on Sunday. Continuing on, this is where it's that knee injury, quote, as he continues to deal with a knee injury, Chisum was a full participant for the Patriots on Thursday. He did not play in the Patriots preseason finale against the New York Giants after catching 12 passes for 121 yards and 2 touchdowns through his first 2 preseason games. For the UDFA, the fact he's going to be on the field at all in week number 1, absolutely impressed with him, absolutely excited for him, ready to see him out there. For the wide receiver group, I mean, you got a decent top 3 with Stefon, Pop Douglas, and Kayshon Boutte, but past that, it's really an up-for-grab spot in that Kyle Williams, Eftham Chisum kind of in there as well. Couple of different spots. Obviously, you had Kendrick Bourne. Ended up releasing him. They, at one point, had 8 receivers on this 53-man roster. Now have cut it down all the way to 6. So, going to be a fun time for sure on week 1. I'm excited to be watching the game, excited to be covering the game. We'll have videos and shorts and all the stuff surrounding it. So, make sure you're tuning in, make sure you're sticking us and hanging out with us. But yeah, excited for week 1. Got one Patriots question of the day for you. I want you to tell me in the comment section what your record prediction is for the New England Patriots this year. What is it going to be? Is it going to be like a nice 7-10 year, or are we going to improve that to a 9-8, 8-9 year? Bump it up even further maybe? Let's see what happens. Put it in the comment section down below. I think we get 10 wins. I think we do. I think it's a 10-7 year. I think the ceiling is probably 11-win season. I think probably the floor is a 7-win season. So I think you're probably in the somewhere to 7 to 11 range in this season, especially with the opponents you have. I really do like the division we're in. I think we can beat the Jets. I think we can beat the Dolphins. I really only see the Bills as the top tier competitor who I believe will win the division, but Either way, it's a good season. I'm excited for it, and hopefully we can get to that 10-win range. I think if we could do that, and I'm going to call it year one of the rebuild. I know technically year one was last year, but you get a new head coaching staff. You get a whole new group of people. If you can get 10 wins in year one of the rebuild, I'm excited. I'm happy for it. Well, that's what we got for you for today on Patriots Digest. We appreciate you tuning in to today's show. We'll see you next time here. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Peace out.